We are recording. We are going on live interwebs.
That's not live. We can edit it.
I am Grimnir of Stormcloak Soldier. We may have met before.
Yeah, sure.
There's two trolls sitting behind me.
I don't know if they can see you.
I don't think they can see you here. We have an Ophiria and a Gia with us.
Wait, I got rid of them.
Wait, they didn't really see the Ophiria. There she is.
Ah! I just wanted to hear.
So we have an Ophiria and a Gia with us.
We're here to let him know he goes on tangents again.
Yeah. First time I did a Q&A video, there were 9 questions, and I did a 45-minute long video to answer those 9 questions. I tend to ramble. So, let's get to this, shall we? We're just gonna click recent activity, and we're gonna go in chronological order. Hold on. Alright. Let's go down the list. Maddie asks, I have 3. 1. What got you interested in Skyrim? 2. How did you know you were a Stormcloak? 3. Who is your favorite Arizonan?
Do we know anybody in Arizona?
We'll get to that in a second. Alright, so what got me interested in Skyrim was I have been playing D&D since I was 12. I played Arena when it came out in '94. My favorite movies are Braveheart and Lord of the Rings. I listen to Amon Amarth and Danzig and Kick-Ass Rock and Roll and shit. And I dig fucking Conan the Barbarian. So, yeah. If you really want to get into exactly why I'm into Skyrim, we can have that conversation for hours.
He really never shuts up about it.
Thank you. Alright, so, number 2. How did you know you were a Stormcloak? Short answer. I would rather die with honor than live a coward. I believe what the Empire did at the end of the Great War and signing the White Gold Concordat was a cowardly act. I believe they betrayed the people they were supposed to protect.
They're bitches.
I believe they've had the ability to stop the Thalmor, and they have refused to, because they didn't want to risk losing their power, money, and control. That's what it boils down to.
Thalmor bitches.
I will say this. The true Empire, the Empire that we loved in Oblivion and Morrowind, and Daggerfall and Arena, that Empire died with Martin Septim. Everything afterwards, actually I won't even say that, because who was the High Counselor? After Martin Septim died, there was a High Elf. I can't remember his name. He was an Altmer, and he was the High Counselor of the Empire, until the Thalmor had him assassinated. They assassinated one of their own, for their own political gain. Let that just sink into your head. Why am I a Stormcloak? Because fuck y'all bitches, I believe in freedom, courage, and honor. Nothing will tell me otherwise. Number 3, who is your favorite Arizonan? Maddie, if you really have to ask at this point, come on.
We know people from Arizona?
I know somebody from Arizona.
You know, we don't all know.
Peter asks, on the fields of Trenzalore, at the fall of the 11th, when no living creature can speak falsely or fail to answer, a question will be asked. A question that must never, ever be answered. Doctor Who?
I love you!
We know him.
Who is he?
He is a long-standing fan of the page brought in by Mara.
I've seen you post a lot of stuff. You are my favorite fan now.
That dude is a kick-ass motherfucker. I like Peter.
Yeah, we like you.
Alright.
What can we give him? Because he's so awesome.
But we have to answer the question.
No, it didn't.
Doctor Who?
That's...
The answer was not, oh my god, I love you.
No, I heard you say the answer.
The question is Doctor Who, so what is the answer? We haven't
A question that must never ever be answered. No, you don't understand. That's from when,
But what is the answer?
The thing is, nobody except the Doctor knows. It's his name.
That's not true.
River does.
River knows. Because that's how they cheaped out and got out of saying his name. That pissed me off. The revelation of the name of the Doctor. Oh, nobody can hear me right now, so I'll say it. Fuck you. Anyway, carrying on. There's your answer.
Spoilers.
Oh, I want to ask. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman.
No, I don't.
We are ignoring replies. That is the question that was asked.
No, hold on.
And it was asked by Mara.
I
of
know.
All people.
I know.
I am answering admin questions this time. I didn't do that last time.
Yay!
So what is the answer to this question?
Gosh.
Because I've not seen Frozen. I don't get the
I'm
reference.
trying to remember. So hold on. YouTube. Hold on.
I feel like Steve Smith right now. I do not understand that reference. Or no, Castiel. I feel like Castiel. I do not understand that reference.
Oh my god, you didn't even get Steve Rogers' name right.
What did I say?
What did he say?
Did I say Steve Smith?
Yeah.
Captain Rogers?
So.
What can I say? Alright, moving on.
Wait. Hold on. No.
Okay, this isn't even a question. Your beard so glorious, motherfucker, could be in a shampoo commercial. That wasn't a question. Sorry, not sorry. Mara. And I did reply to this. This is the only thing I've replied to on this thread. Make me ashamed of my beard? Oh god, why would you do that? Anyway, carrying on. I thought we weren't going on tangents.
Dude, it's Frozen.
You're going back to another question. That wasn't even a question. Mara, she loves you.
The answer to your question is go away, Anna.
Alright.
I don't look this shit up. Go ahead.
Lucas asks, do you think there should have been a longer civil war? I have mixed feelings on that opinion. I think they did a good job with the length of the Civil War, because if you do the full thing without doing diplomatic immunity, it takes a while. However, I am currently playing with the Civil War overhaul, which effectively makes it a harder and longer Civil War. And I'm actually going to be working on a mod here pretty soon, in which, as you guys may or may not know, I made an NPC follower mod for Skyrim that puts my character Grimnir into your game. He's a very basic follower, nothing custom, it's just his appearance with a voice I thought fit him, which, by the way, I'm going to be recording dialogue for Grimnir.
I still have more downloads than he does.
Yeah, hot chick, what do you expect? I guarantee you what I come up with, though, is going to get downloaded, because one of the things I'm going to do is Grimnir is going to be a quest giver. Grimnir is going to give you quests to continue the Civil War. Hunting down Falmor, finding Imperial spies, stuff like that.
Extra quests like Vilya, and if you don't know who Vilya is...
Yeah, my goal is to make him, I'm not going to say as in depth as Vilya is, because I really don't feel like recording that much dialogue. I wish I could remember the name of her off the top of my head, but the woman responsible for Vilya, my hat's off to you. You made a phenomenal mod, and I love it.
Oi. You're going to make a fairy?
Possibly.
Because I never done that.
You will have to record dialogue.
I know, I've been up for it.
Alright, so, needless to say, get back to the original question. Yes, I do, but I think it could be done in a way that the base game wasn't capable of for some bizarre fucking reason. Anyway, carrying on. Morrigan asks, with all of their cards laid out on the table, who do you think would truly win in an all-out civil war? The Stormcloaks or the Falmor?
I say Stormcloak because of the fact that most of Skyrim, at least to me, it seemed like most everybody...
Was this Q&A with O'Fury?
No, fuck you, I can join in too, fucker.
Alright, go ahead.
No, I don't want to... I lost it anyway.
Alright. Simply between the armies of the Stormcloaks and the armies of the Falmor win. Period, flat out, end of story. As it is at the end of the Civil War, there's no way. However, when you look at the politics of Tamriel and the tensions, and if you read up onto everything, like High Rock, if the Stormcloaks win, I guarantee goddamn to you, High Rock is going to succeed from the Empire, and there's going to be an alliance between Skyrim, High Rock, and Hammerfell. Now, how successful of an alliance it is would depend entirely upon Orsinium.
No, why? Just why?
Because orcs are cool, dude.
No.
Just ask Kurtog.
Toothpaste and orange juice ice cream.
God. Anyway.
Orange juice after brushing.
I thought you were supposed to keep me from going on tangents.
I'm on Facebook with you.
So, assuming that political alliance takes shape, especially with the Dovahkiin, my issue is this. The Dragonborn DLC. For those who haven't played it, spoiler alert. The Dragonborn DLC main quest puts the Dovahkiin on a very precarious path. I mean, you can avoid it, but it feels cheap. It doesn't feel immersive. I am not satisfied with the path that the Dragonborn DLC puts you on. Because it basically says the Dovahkiin. I mean, what do you do at that point? You literally have no option. You can't fight Tentacle Guy. God damn it.
Tentacles?
Brain fart. I know you people are screaming at me right now too. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And Daedric, Prince of Tentacles.
Google.
You guys got me. This is one I wanted to do a Skyrim trivia for a drinking game, and here's one that I thought would have stumped me. Or wouldn't have stumped me. I say we do a Skyrim trivia for the drinking game. Which, by the way, guys, we hit 7,000. The surprise is me and O'Ferry are going to sit down with you guys and the camera on us, and we're going to play a drinking game. And we're going to let you watch and see what happens.
No, there will not be porn.
No. We're keeping this R-rated at the most.
No, fuck you!
Certain parties might appreciate PG-13 at least.
No. Show the girl's vagina.
Dragonborn. By the way, if you guys haven't gone to UESP yet, what are you thinking?
Okay, what were you talking? What was the question?
Who is the Daedric Lord of Tentacles?
No, what was the original question?
Oh yeah. Carrying on. Stormcloaks or Thalmor? Answer, Dovahkiin. Long story short, answer, Dovahkiin. Whoever the Dovahkiin chooses to support is who wins. My Dovahkiin is Grimnir. He's a Stormcloak. He's loyal to Ulfric. He is deadly loyal to Ulfric. He doesn't see an ounce of wrong in Ulfric Stormcloak or Galmar Stonefist. He supports the Stormcloaks completely. So, Hugo says, hello, Grimnir. I have 2 questions for you. So, first one. Did you try the Requiem mod? If yes, did you enjoy it? Or if no, will you try it in the future? Answer, no. I've looked at Requiem, I've looked at Skyrim, I've looked at a couple of the other overhauls. If I was going to do an overhaul, I would go with Skyrim. I've watched Gopher's Let's Plays, although not lately. I'm a bit behind. I think I'm an entire chapter behind, actually. Oops. Seriously, Gopher's vids, YouTube, go watch that shit. Lost my train of thought. So yeah, I'm not interested in overhaul mods like that. Not at this point. In the future, who fucking knows? And the second one is more about the lore of the Elder Scrolls. In the Mage Guild, there's an NPC who gave you a quest to help in the theory of Dwemer's disappearance. He tries to recreate the condition of their disappearance. I hope you did that quest. I have not done that quest yet, actually. I know about it. My brother did it. I've talked to other people who've done it. I have yet to do that.
He doesn't do magey things.
Not really, no. I've tried a couple times. It just doesn't hold my interest. Alright, so I hope you did that quest at the end of the NPC, and the NPC disappears, and you can call him with a spell, but he doesn't talk. So there is now two options. 1, he died, or 2, he became a god. What's your opinion about this and the Dwemer disappearance? You think they died or they became god? And no apologies needed for your bad English. I could, yeah. Don't get me started on bad English. You're fine, dude. All right. Like I said, I have not done that quest. However, having read everything, I think the way Bethesda did the Dwemer disappearance is interesting because they themselves have given so many options. I don't know what the fuck happened to the Dwemer. I don't think they know what happened to the Dwemer. I think this is seriously a Superman after Doomsday. How are we going to bring Superman back? Let's try all the options. Okay. I think that's what it's going to boil down to. It's going to be some weird... Yeah. No. My brain hurts as it is. Alright. Nestor asks, is it messed up that I have not finished the Thieves Guild to keep the skeleton key?
Wait, who did Nestor?
Not our Nestor.
Okay.
Different Nestor. I second Nestor. Foul, we have a second Nestor. Anyway. I've done the Thieves Guild twice with 2 different characters that were basically... Well, no, I retract that statement, because I did the Thieves Guild with Kurtog, and then I did the Thieves Guild with Vixen. So, I like it. You know, it appeals to the gamer in me, but I play Grimnir for a reason. I'm a goody-goody. I like the Mary Sues, and the way the Thieves Guild are done in this... Yeah, the way that... Oh, come on. Grimnir's totally a Mary Sue.
I hate you.
He's like Mary Sue. He's like Clint Eastwood is a Mary Sue.
I hate you. It's ew. All of my
It's
notes.
a very useful tool. That's all the thief has to say about it. I kept it for about 20 levels, but after I got the perk that's Unbreakable Lockpicks, I turned it in just to see how it finished.
So there's your answer. Andrew, why are you so sexy, Grimnir?
Cause it's sexy and he knows it.
I'm totally going to edit some music into that.
Yeah, you should.
But there's going to be some music right there.
I regret nothing.
Would you have... Connor asks, would you have liked to have seen a DLC that introduces armor for horses and spears or staff weapons? You know what? Everybody talks shit about Hearthfire. Me, personally, I love Hearthfire. That is almost my favorite DLC. Like, if I had to play Skyrim with just one DLC, I'd go with Hearthfire. One reason and one reason only. The way that I enjoy playing Skyrim, I love an immersive experience. I love getting into my character. I don't fucking fast travel. I walk everywhere. Ask these two. I'll be sitting here playing, and NPCs will be talking, and I will talk back to them. Like, I roleplay Grimnir when I play Skyrim. And I just loved the marriage, how they evolved it by adding the kids, and I love the houses, dude. Lakeview Manor kicks ass, especially, there's a couple of mods on the Nexus that make me just, yes, I will take a warm, heated, magically induced pool right out my back door. I've got enough gold to hire a mage to do that. Yeah, I can do that. So, my answer to that question is no. My answer to would have I liked any more DLC? Absolutely. If it specifically had to be that and no other options, fine, go ahead, whatever. I'd still pay the $5-10 for it. But that would not be my first choice. Tanis asks, which organization or guild is the best? Oh, come on. This is Stormcloak Soldier. What response do you want? Stormcloaks. Fuck yeah. Second, Companions. Alright. What is the best looking heavy and light armor in Skyrim? My opinion, best looking, easy. Heavy? Ancient Nord. I fucking love Ancient Nord armor, dude. My first playthrough with Grimnir was pure heavy armor, sword and board, and he had his Nord hero sword that he double enchanted.
Are you asking a question?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You broke my train of thought, damn it. Anyway, Ancient Nord, heavy armor, yes, I love that shit. I don't care how weak it is stat-wise, it just... Especially when you put the Helm of Ingol on it. the Ysgramor shield, Nord hero sword. Fuck yeah, I'm a Nord motherfucker. Bring it on. Best looking light armor. The perv in me says Nightingale. The the gamer in me says. And I know everybody's thinking, why not Dark Brotherhood? Mods makes Nightingale armor badass.
Badass to begin with.
Yeah, it's, I'm just gonna go, you know what?
Badass?
I love Stormcloak armor. I do. I love it because it's cool. It reflects the period. It reflects the situation. And it's a tip of the hat to Braveheart. Because if you look closely, it's basically the same armor they wore in Braveheart. So, I want to say that, but not Nightingale armor, just... It's beautiful. Especially with mods. Anyway. What did you do with the Adoring Fan in Oblivion? I have a save in Oblivion right now that I cannot play. I cannot for the life of me figure out exactly what happened, because it had been a while since I'd played Oblivion. But I loaded my save up, and Grimnir, his great-great-great-grandfather, has become the Grand Champion, and he's down in the arena, and there's the Adoring Fan, and as soon as I load it up, I have a sword in my hand, some sort of enchantment buff on me, and the Adoring Fan is screaming at me trying to run away, as if I had just attacked him. So, apparently, what I did with the Adoring Fan was entirely quit playing Oblivion, and started using it as my stress relief. I'm pissed off. I need to hit something. Adoring Fan! Hi, how are you? Whack. So, there's your answer. Groff asks, what do you think? Will the fate of Ulfric's war against the Thalmor be revealed in the Elder Scrolls 6? It damn well fucking better be, dude. Unless Elder Scrolls 6 is going after the Thalmor, I have a hard time seeing the Thalmor being a multi-game story arc. If you think about it, they're really no...
Keep interrupting here.
I'm not. You interrupted me and I lost my train of thought.
Sorry, I'm talking. Got something else other than you.
Anyway, it damn well butter me. There's your answer. Connor, again, asks, and there is more than likely mods for it on PC, but I can't afford one right now. Oh, going back to your question earlier about Horse Armor DLC. You win internet for that question, dude.
What was the question?
Would you like horse... You're not even paying attention, right?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. What was the question?
I went on a fucking tangent about this not 10 minutes ago. Anyway. You can build your own gaming rig that runs Skyrim with mods just fine for about the same price as it costs to buy an Xbox One or a PS4. And it'd be comparable or better. I mean, you can get a damn good gaming rig for about the same price. And if you do it right, and if you look in the right spots, you could make it better. I mean, the way PC gaming is right now, the way I see it, I don't go PC glorious master race. You know, people use what their tool is, what they're comfortable with. I see the appeal to the Xbox. It's just not in it. I don't even own a fucking television. Why would I want to... yeah. I live and breathe on my computer regardless of what game I'm playing. So yeah, I like to be able to... I love... On top of that, you get into modding for Skyrim. It's just... Why would you not want... I mean, if you really love this game, why would you not want to do this? You know, tweak it to your heart's content. Slight little changes? Fine. Big, huge, drastic overhauls that make it look goofy and silly. You know what? I'd never use it, but I'm not going to judge somebody for wanting to do that. Okay? I use mods in my game. I'm sure some of you would look at me going, what the fuck do you use that for? Especially considering I focus on immersion. So a lot of my mods are focusing on living in Skyrim and suffering consequences for just being where you are when you are. Yeah. So PC gaming, I highly recommend it. It is an absolute reward. You know, if you're going to be a geek who's constantly tweaking on stuff, you can't go wrong with PC gaming. Alright. Tipton asks, Elder Scrolls Online is coming out soon. Are all the children of Skyrim joining the Dragon Pact thing and take hold of Tamriel and worship Talos? Not sure if troll or serious. Okay, yes. I'm all for the Ebonheart Pact. I love the concept of it, because basically the philosophy of the Ebonheart Pact is, if anybody's going to rule anything, it's going to be me, because I refuse to be ruled by anyone else. That's basically it. I love that.
He has an ego complex.
Sure, fine. But yes, I'm actually hoping to be able to run a guild for the page, Stormcloaks, and I will play Grimnir Stormcloak, an ancient ancestor of Ulfric, who made a move to be High King and Emperor. I'm going to see if we can pull it off and put Grimnir or one of Grimnir's buddies on the Ruby Throne. Come on, how cool would it be to see Emperor Grimnir? You know you'd want to see it. Emperor motherfucking Grimnir Stormcloak.
Ooh.
Alright. As far as worshipping Talos, you do know that Tiber Septim hasn't even been born when Elder Scrolls Online is around. Like, Talos is not a concept at that point in the story. You talk about Talos, people are going to be looking at you like you're retarded. So, yeah, there is no Talos in Elder Scrolls Online. At that point, the Nords had Shor, and they had Kind. Those are the Nords' two biggest gods, outside of Talos. Alright. Nathan asks, how many Elder Scrolls have you played?
I think you could all have it.
I currently have all 5 main games installed on my system. I have played all 5 of them. I hate the term lore cred or fan cred, but I am a legit Elder Scrolls fan. So, yeah. I hate making it sound like a pretentious douchey thing, but I mean, it's like, yo, dog, this what I do. Anyway, Hircine asks, who is your favorite Daedric Lord out of my family? I like Hircine. He's definitely high up on the list, but I don't know if I'd go absolute favorite. And then, of course, I like them for different aspects. But from the perspective of Grimnir, he despises the Daedra with a passion. He would have joined the Vigil of Stendarr if he could have, but it was not an option. But he hung out with them, and then the Dawnguard showed up. Oh yeah, Grimnir was a Dawnguard. Actually cured himself of his lycanthropy when he joined the Dawnguard, not because they made him, but because he felt it was right. Not to mention, Grimnir longs for Sovngarde. He's a true Nord. He wants to spend his eternity in Shor's Hall, and that's the only way you get there. So, personally, my favorite would be Sanguine, because that dude doesn't fucking hurt anybody, but he knows how to have a good time and just fuck yeah. I'm sure he was a douche. In fact, I know he was a douche kind of in some of the older games, but just the way he's portrayed in Skyrim, I fucking love the dude. Nocturnal, because of the gamer in me. Hot chicks, skimpy outfit, thieves, assassins running around in the dark. Just, yep, that's a cool image. I am okay with that. However, the role player in me, Grimnir, looks at Nocturnal and says, I would kill you if I could. Others have other opinions, obviously.
Mirror.
Now, you get into the age era. I can tell you exactly what I know about age era. Alright. Jiraiya asks, would you join the Empire just to eliminate the Thalmor and the Dominion, then declare Skyrim's independence? Because all must band together to destroy the Elven dictators. For Talos, brother. Alright, here's my take on this. The only reason that there even is a Stormcloak movement has nothing to do with Ulfric being power hungry. It has nothing to do with, it's not even about Talos, although that obviously gets pulled into it. It's about the Empire standing in the way of people wanting to still fight the Thalmor. The Empire is literally, it's not like the Stormcloaks are saying, kill the Empire. That's our target. The Empire is what's in the way, what's preventing us from getting to the Thalmor. That's why I despise the Empire. They can say they hate the Thalmor all they want. They're not acting like it. They're acting like they love the Thalmor. That's why I'm a fucking Stormcloak. Alright. However, if the Empire did say, let's do this, then you bet your sweet ass over it. Because he used to be a Legionnaire. So did Galmar. They would be for it. If it was the right leadership, they'd be fucking for it. Megan asks, who is your favorite companion, or do you like to travel alone? Favorite companion, period, like including mods? Villia. Because that, just, yes. Vanilla game, I don't know why everybody hates Lydia. She's useful to me. But I play with a mod called Ultimate Follower Overhaul that lets me take her weapon, like you can choose what somebody, fights with. So I basically turned her into an archer. I mean, she sucks, she's not a very good archer, but that's what she does. And then I typically, with Ultimate Follower Overhaul, I can take more followers. Typically I'll have one more, and they'll also be an archer. So I'll have dual sucky archer support while Grimnir tanks. When Grimnir gets to a certain point, though, he tends to start, there's a point where they start getting in the way. And it starts pissing you off, and then you're like, okay, we're done, you can go back now. I'm on my own. So that's typically what I do with Grimnir, is I'll take one or two followers with me, archers, and, do that until it just starts getting annoying. And then I go on my own. Let's see here. Megan asks again, do you like Serana, yes or no, and why? Serana's interesting. She is cool. I like that she's a very unique vanilla NPC. However, she annoys the bejesus and shit out of me with how she gets in the way and she just fucking just certain aspects of her personality annoy me. But ultimately, the biggest thing about her that bothers me is from the role-playing perspective of Grimnir. Grimnir despises her with a passion. She's an unapologetic monster who has done horrible things and doesn't care what her family has done to other people. It's like, okay, yeah, she cares about her family. Cool. What about the fucking everybody else? I mean, really? And so, Grimnir cured her of her vampirism. He actually, the first time I played Grimnir with Dawnguard and met Serana, I was very nice to her, and I did all that. And ultimately, I talked her into curing herself. But ever since, Grimnir has treated her the way he would treat her. Like, if he was actually doing this. And he would treat her like an ass. He would not be nice to her. He'd be like, yeah, cool, thanks, whatever, get the fuck out of here, you leech. Vampire's no bueno. Daedra, no bueno. Keep things moral and honest and upright and just none of that bullshit. No preying on people. Work by your own goddamn hand. Alright. What DLC is your favorite and why? I kind of answered this earlier. Hearthfire. But as far as quest goes, I'd go with Dragonborn. I really like the way they did Dragonborn. It's just how it ended was what bugged me. Plus the shit you get from Dragonborn. Some of the shouts and other stuff just... Yes. All of my yes. Golden words from a priest. Love and blessing of David Bowie be upon you.
Yay, David!
In case you didn't know, I'm actually an ordained minister with the Universal Life Church, so I think that technically applies.
Well, it does, especially when it was quoted by David's first.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I tried to find that the other day. I couldn't find it.
Ah!
Alright. Madeline asks, most beautiful looking place in Skyrim? Sovngarde? Oh, in Skyrim specifically? The Rift is absolutely beautiful. I love Falkreath, but my favorite is Whiterun Hold. I don't know what it is. Something about that tundra, the rolling plains, it kind of reminds me of where I live, actually. It's very similar to the area of Idaho around me. So, I like that a lot. Markarth, also. Not Markarth, not the city. I hate the city. The city bugs me. But the Reach. I love the Reach. The Reach is just gorgeous. That's my favorite spots. I love Whiterun Hold, I love the Reach, and I love Falkreath. That little triangle is that's where I spend most of my time in Skyrim. Alright, what are your favorite bands? You must be new here. I've actually tried to not talk about it anymore because I know it was starting to annoy people that I constantly went on about the same goddamn music. My top 3 are Typo Negative, Danzig, and Marilyn Manson, with honorable mention to AC/DC. That pretty much sums up my musical taste. Anything you can derive from that, that's the type of shit I like to listen to. Alright. Sukkant. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Can we sell the dragon scales and bones? And if yes, where? Which is your favorite hold? Well, already answered which is my favorite hold. Whiterun. If you go to the general merchants like Bellathor, you know, the general stores, Lucan Valerian and Riverwood, you know, those general merchants, they'll buy them, and you get some decent gold from them, but not as much as I think they should be worth. Anyway, Brian asks, cats, yes or no? Shall we introduce them to Mela? Mela.
Are you going on a tangent again?
No, I'm answering a question. Mela.
No question. No question.
Cats, yes or no?
Oh, okay.
We have a Mela.
She's not gonna want to cut it for very long, though.
No, she doesn't like it.
She's
But,
got the look of fuck you already.
Grimnir likes his Khajiit very much. There. Oops. I love cats. I love cats. I am definitely cat people. Vince asks, if you ever had the chance to make a new weapon, what would it be and why? I want a lighter. Standard, generic, Bic. You know, you click the lighter, it does that. But I wish it had like another button or switch or something that when you hit it, it was basically like a liquid burning napalm thing. You just... No more fucktards. Alright. Favorite NPC in the Elder Scrolls series? Asked by Megan. Hi, Megan. In case you didn't know, Megan is Sweet Roll Thief over on Skyrim Guard.
Yeah,
Little plug for Skyrim Guard. Seriously, they kick ass. Go.
Yes,
if you don't
Hey,
follow Skyrim Guard,
hey,
go follow
hey,
Skyrim
not
Guard.
for everything.
Alright. Well, this is already going to have to go on YouTube. Ulfric. It's something about the character of Ulfric Stormcloak. And yes, this isn't just Skyrim, this is all NPCs in all the Elder Scrolls games. Ulfric. Just, the guy, I like the guy. Like, I don't see a goddamn thing wrong with him. People say he's racist. I think that that's bullshit. He's not. He's busy. He's doing what he believes is right. They're not helping. They're not on his side. Why the fuck should he care? They've already been given all sorts of shit. This is not their homeland. Get what I'm saying? I mean, they came to Skyrim because... and Skyrim has bent over backwards for these fucking people, and they've shown no appreciation, that they've done nothing. They are the ones who have kept pushing that racial boundary, calling Nord and Landstrider. It's like, thank you for reminding me we're different. And you want to call me an asshole when I bring it up. That's the way I see it. Mikhail asks, if you were forced to have sex with an Argonian or a Falmer, who would you have sex with?
Is that even
Between
a question?
who, what?
If you were
Is that even a question?
if you were forced to have sex with an Argonian or a Falmer, who would you have sex with? I'm gonna go with what on this one. If by Falmer you mean Snow Elf from before, yeah, I'll go with the elf. Fine, whatever. They're pale. I dig pale. If you're going with the things we find in the caves now, Argonian. They're a little less hostile. Just no oral. That scares me. Alright. Blake asks, what motivated you to admin the page? Also, what's your favorite place in the land of Skyrim? Well, again, this one's a common one. So, yeah, Whiterun Hold. I love the rolling tundra. So, Kurtog made the page, and I'm the head badass in charge now. I know I've talked about this before. I think I've even mentioned it in videos before. For those who don't know, I'm Grimnir. I am also Kurtog. Kurtog was the character that I was playing when I started the page. And I then started playing Grimnir, and I kind of interlinked their stories, and basically, Kurtog was a Stormcloak because he was born in Skyrim. It was his home. And he had come back after a long absence. And I intended to play him as an asshole. Typical orc, bandit, mercenary, thug, whatever. But he kind of wound up becoming obsessed with honor and the Code of Malacath. And he really admired the Stormcloaks. He had the same opinion I do about how the Great War should have ended. So he really liked the Nords, and so while there were obvious conflicts, he had no problem signing up to fight for Ulfric.
Tangent.
Alright, anyway. So I decided for the page to focus more on the Nord, Grimnir, and so yeah. Anyway.
And then he added a bunch of women.
Yeah.
Well.
What on earth was I thinking? Gotta admit, it's been a fun ride, hasn't it?
That's what you were thinking.
Boobs! I like boobs!
What can I say? I'm a sucker.
Mine are better.
No one can say I'm not a gentleman, though. Alright, so yeah, we've had fun. That's why. I had seen a bunch of Skyrim pages, and I thought that was a really cool idea. And I started reading a lot of the stuff and getting really into it and said, I could do this. And so I just made Stormcloak Soldier. And just for fun to see if I could. And I've enjoyed pretty much every minute of it. I hope my efforts to entertain people have succeeded, because that was the goal, was to, be something worthy of attention, I suppose. And I've tried to stick very closely to my original goal. I think I failed miserably, but I've tried. Anyway. Final question. Malloy asks, what made you side with the Stormcloaks? You can include a funny answer and a serious one. Well, I kind of already talked about that earlier. My very first time playing the game, and, you're running through Helgen, and you have no idea who anybody is. You don't know anything about whatever. It's just, this is how the game starts. When it came to that point where you have to choose between Hadvar and Raylock, I followed Raylock instantly, without hesitation. Like, I didn't know anything about the Stormcloaks. I just knew that I liked this guy. I believed, and it wasn't just that the Empire had tried to cut my head off, but if you think about it realistically, that's going to be a pretty big weighing factor. You guys just tried to cut my head off. I'm going to go to you for help.
Tangent.
Really? Are you retarded? Anyway. So I guess that was the beginning of it, was I just looked at that and said, you guys are fucking stupid. I'm going to follow this dude. So be it. Now what's funny is I've had some characters that I roleplay that aren't Stormcloaks. I have one character, an Argonian, despises Nords. Absolutely hates Nords. Detests Nords. He followed Raylock. Except it wasn't actually him following Raylock. Got to that point, saw they were talking, he said, fuck this shit, and went for the closest first door he saw. Raylock came in behind him. So that was an interesting encounter to roleplay. Funny answer. There's more chicks in the Stormcloaks than there are in the Empire.
Hi.
So, if you think about it, I've actually kind of kept my page lore friendly. We got the bearded Nord and we got the chicks. Welcome to Stormcloak Soldier. Thank you guys very much for supporting the page.
It's going to be fun to edit.
Oh god. I'm not going to edit it, I'm just going to upload it.
Oh god.
No, I am going to edit it, but I want to, but I'm not going to cut anything.
Ooh.
This is going up in entirety. I'm sorry if you've made it to this point. Alright, so you guys have a great one. Thank you for sticking around if you have. Thank you for sticking around the page.
Wait for 7,000 likes video because that one's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, that one's... Yeah, and I don't know when I'm going to be doing a Q&A video again. I think after this drinking game, I'm going to be done with videos for a while. At least till I get a better webcam.
I didn't press my safety to do it, especially when we're lazy. Anyway.
If you've made it all the way this far, if you have gotten to this point, message the page, the code, SS01, and you'll get a reward.
No, you won't.
Shush you.
You gotta put a shush with your name on it.
So listen to them. SS01, I've got something for you.
Don't listen to him.
You guys take it easy. Farewell. Talos guide you.